Hello all, Jamie Calloway here, and she wants you to go like her on her Facebook fan page and follow her on Twitter because that man said so and that cool guy said so. That guy is just my husband, so of course he's damn awesome. Anyway, I want to talk about the streak and who I want to see him face at this year's Wrestlemania and all that kind of stuff. I know I've talked about who I want him to face at WrestleMania, but it's more than one topic in one video. So, starting with the streak. I hate when people say the streak's gonna end, or they want the streak to end, or whatever. Why would you want the streak to end? Why? Why? Tell me why you want the streak to end. It wouldn't make any sense. And if they wanted to, don't you think they would have done it years ago? Years ago. And if they never even thought of the streak, they would have him lost already. And if they really did, like I just said, they would have just ended it. But it's become something great in wrestling, and the fans react to it, and the fans love it. You see all the 19-0 signs up. You see all the, tombstones, or, you know what I mean, headstones of graves of all the victims of the Undertaker. So why would they want to do that? Taker's match is almost as big, or even just as big, as a title match. And if you remember one of the years that Taker's match was the main event, and it overshadowed the title match. And usually the title match, or some sort of match that has to do with the title, is normally the main event. And it's become so high and prestigious. Why would they want the streak to end? And it's become Taker's yard. It's awesome. Every year, we want to know who Taker is going to face. We want to know what kind of match it's going to be, and we try to, you know how the IWC is, we decode every little thing, we want to know every little detail, we notice every little tiny detail, and we figure out stuff down to the tiniest detail, and that's what we do with Taker's match. It gets us talking, and you get a good reaction out of it, and it's an awesome match every time you see Taker wrestle in the ring, because he brings it, no pun intended, to The Rock. He brings it. And I can't wait to see him wrestle again. I miss him so much. I know that the IWC knows, we think we know everything. But even if you've heard the rumors, Triple H is wrestling or whatever, isn't it still interesting to want to know who he's going to actually face? And here are the rumors. Triple H versus Taker again for the millionth time, and Shawn Michaels as referee. But what I have to say to that is, I don't want to see Taker wrestle Triple H. And I love Taker, you all know that. But I don't want to see him wrestle for the millionth time to Triple H. They had an awesome match, don't get me wrong, last Mania. And it was brutal, and it was really entertaining, and they had me thinking that Taker was actually going to lose. But obviously he didn't. As much as they had a good match, I don't want to see them wrestle again. And technically, it would be Shawn Michaels' third match with Taker. He'd be involved. He wouldn't be wrestling. But 2 times is a bit too much, but 3 times is pushing it. Anything over that is way too much. I want to see someone new face him, not for the 600th time, I know Taker's running out of people to face, but I would have thought that Cena would face him next, but he's facing The Rock. And I think either Jericho should face him, Stone Cold, Cena, or Punk. Or some people also said Mick Foley, Brock Lesnar. There's so many other rumors, too. And I remember last year's Mania where people thought it was Brock Lesnar. I didn't think so. I said that would be cool, but he's in UFC. And it would be something different, though, and it would be interesting. So, how do you think it would play out? But this year, as much as I love him to death, I hope this is not his last year. I know everyone thinks 20-0 and then he's retiring. But please don't. I know I sound selfish. I really do. But I know his body's banged up, and I know he's hurt, and I know it's so painful for him to even walk out. And I know it's up to him. But the thing is, I'm just going to really, really miss him. I'm going to miss seeing him. I'm only going to see him on DVDs and on YouTube and pictures. I'm not going to go down. I can't go and see him, you know. And last time I saw him live was a year ago. It's just a simple fact I'll miss him. All your favorite wrestlers are thriving. My favorite wrestler, I'm never going to get to see him again when he retires. And there's going to be no other thing like the streak. There's nothing going to replace the streak. Can you imagine the void that WWE will have to fill when Taker leaves and no more streak at Mania? That is going to suck. And it's going to be such a depressing day in World Wrestling Entertainment when one of the best wrestlers of all time retires. 21 years. Most wrestlers have already retired before that. But Taker's still going. And he's awesome. And I love him to death. And, of course, I'm a Taker mark. But can you imagine no streak at Mania? There's nothing going to be able to fill that void. And I don't care if they try to, or if they try to get someone to be like the streak. You're not going to be the top of the streak. No one's going to be able to have the streak. Nobody has the streak. And it's Taker's thing. And the infamous streak. Oh, it is great, isn't it? No one is going to top the streak. No one is going to ever have the streak. It's Taker's thing, and it's there to stay. He will go whenever he's going to retire, he will be something and zero. He will not lose. So tell me who you think Taker's going to face, how you think it would play out, and all that stuff. Comment down below and like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Goodbye.